Hello everyone, welcome to our course AWS Solutions Architect. Today we are going to learn S3 static website hosting. So first, why learn AWS? Because there are numerous reasons why we should learn AWS. One of the reasons is that this technology, this era basically, is mostly more on cloud, that is cloud computing. And when I say cloud computing, what I'm saying is it's a practice of using network of remote servers. So that means whatever we are doing locally on my computer, on our IT environment, on a data center, or anything else, all those resources will be accessing remotely from my normal computer or from our normal computer or from a normal mobile device which only have a normal internet connectivity. But still there is a question, because why we should learn only AWS? Because we have numerous cloud technologies over there in this world. Most of them, one of them is Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform. We have Alibaba Cloud. We also have AWS, Rackspace, Salesforce, and many others. But as far as AWS is concerned, I should tell you that AWS is the first giant who introduces Amazon Web Services as a cloud technology in 2006 publicly. But they started this technology. They started building this technology from 2004, and they even launched their first service called SQS, which is a simple queue service, which is a messaging service. So again, right now, as I said, we have a lot of cloud technologies available in this world, in this era. But still, I did some research and find that this is this chart, and this chart is prepared by Gartner and Goldman Sachs. They are the organization who analyzes different technologies on the basis of different services. So they found that Amazon Web Services, that is Amazon Cloud, is one of the giants. As you can see here, they started from 35% share and now they grows to the public market, and they acquired the public market of 47% as of now alone. This is all alone in the whole world. And apart from that, all the other cloud service providers, they come under 53%, whether it's Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, Alibaba Cloud, and any other cloud services. As you can see, Microsoft Azure, they started from 88% of the requirement and goes to 22%. And Alibaba Cloud and Google Cloud, they are competing each other. And the other cloud service provider, they goes down to 16% of the total requirement, because these giants has acquired the most of the share of the market. Now we have another research in the last year that we found that Andy Jassy, who is the CEO of Amazon, actually right now he's the CEO of Amazon, they actually and Andy Jassy has introduced now in reInvent conference last year. Andy Jassy has also because Andy Jassy is the CEO of, by the way, of AWS. So he introduced that AWS has a total requirement in public market shares is 51.80% to be precise, and following with Microsoft Azure with 13.3% of public share, then Alibaba Cloud 4.6%, which comes on the third position, then Google Cloud, then the other cloud service providers, they come along. So this is the whole chart. So as we can see here, this is the analysis done by AWS CEO itself, and Goldman Sachs and Gartner. So they researched on this, and they found if you can compare any of the any charts presented by any of the organization, you will always find that AWS is a giant in cloud computing. So that is why we got more various opportunities in AWS rather than any other cloud service provider. So now what we are going to learn today in AWS. So we are going to learn, today's agenda is AWS Global Infrastructure. Then we are going to start with Introduction to S3, and then we have a short lab on S3 static website hosting. So let's start with AWS Global Infrastructure. So as I said, global infrastructure, that means we are talking about the globally infrastructure of AWS, how it is, how it is organized in all over the world. So we have technical terms here that we need to understand, that we have AWS as of now 77 availability zones with 24 geographic regions around the world, and has announced plans for 9 more availability zones and 3 more AWS regions in Indonesia, Japan and Spain. And let me explain about these two terms, region and availability zones. A region is basically a geographical area where 2 or more than 2 availability zones resides. So minimum requirement is 2 availability zones. Now the another term is availability zone. Availability zone is basically a data center. It's a physical data center which we have a lot of computing services, computing devices, storage devices are all together connected. So these are the data centers, as you can see physically over here, that this one here in the blue circle, they are the available data regions, and these small ones, they are coming soon. So this is it. This is about the AWS global infrastructure, and all these data centers we have different resources and services working on, like storage service, compute service, IoT development, game development, artificial and machine learning, and many other services and resources. They all are working on these data centers in these regions. Now let's move on to the next slide, and we are going to start with S3 because our aim is to build a normal static website hosting inside S3. So Amazon Simple Storage Service is an object storage service that offers scalability, data availability, security, and performance. This means customers of all sizes and industries can use it to store and protect any amount of data for a range of use cases such as websites, mobile applications, backup and restore, archive, enterprises applications, IoT devices, and big data and analytics. Amazon S3 is designed for 11 nines of durability and stores data from millions of applications for companies all around the world. So here we need to understand, when I say S3 is an object storage service. So when I say object storage, that means the data that we are going to store inside S3, we cannot execute that data inside that storage device where we are storing it. Right now, as of now, as you can see this video, and I'm running a PPT in front of you. This PPT is actually being executed on my hard drive. So my hard drive can be called as a block storage device because we can run or execute something on our hard drive. But this S3, where our data will be stored, there we cannot execute any file inside it. So that is why it's just storing normal files as a flat files. So we consider it as an object storage service. So now let's move on. And it also provide you 11 nines of durability. That means the loss of your data inside Amazon's data center is almost negligible, because they are storing your data in multiple devices inside multiple data centers of your same data. So that is why it's more durable. Now let's start with lab S3 static website and see how we can build this thing. Okay everyone, so we are at the AWS Management Console. Now we will navigate to the services section to locate the storage. So go to services. Under services, you will find storage group. Inside the storage group, you will find number of services related to storage. and here is S3. So we'll click on S3 first, and it will open the dashboard for S3. As you can see, the dashboard of S3 is global because this displays all the buckets here, and which is created in any of the regions that we have in AWS. So let's first create a bucket. I already have a bucket, so I'm gonna show you how we can create a bucket over here. So bucket name should be unique globally, so I will provide a name like Ray Campus website, and I'm going to create this bucket inside Mumbai, which is our region, and we'll create it. So this bucket has been created within Mumbai region. So as you can see, the bucket and objects cannot be public. So that means whatever the data that I put inside this bucket, it will not be public. And for your information, when I say bucket, this basically it's a fancy name for like folders. So it's like a folder in AWS. So first we need to make this the private public access needs to be changed over here. That means what should I put inside the bucket that has to be made public if I need it. So let's go ahead, select this bucket here and click on edit public access settings. As you can see, the all public access is blocked right now, so uncheck it and make it unblocked by clicking on button save, and now type the letter confirm, type the word confirm and click on confirm. Now it's been changed to but objects can be public. So let's go ahead and put the object over here. So let's go here. This is the dashboard of this particular bucket. So we can upload the files just using this button upload. So first we need to have a web page. So I'm going to create a web page, a normal static HTML web page. So this is it. I'm going to create HTML header. This is our test, or maybe this is our static website hosted in S3. Now close the stacks, close HTML, and I'm going to save it as index.html on my desktop. And I'm also going to create an error file. So let's go ahead. So the page you're looking for is not found. Now I'm going to save it as a different name, so save as, and I will name it like error.html, and I'm going to save it in the same location. Save it. Now let's upload these files. So I'm going to upload index and upload. Now these two files has been uploaded, as you can see over here, but if I click on it and if I just try to open it in a new tab, it gives me an error that access is denied. That means I need to make these files public. So let's go ahead, click on make public and go back and make this error.html as well public. We can click on this and make it public. So that's it. So we have done these two files made public, and we can view this web pages. But before going to view, let's go ahead and go to properties of this particular bucket, and inside this properties you will see there is a tab for static website hosting. You click on it and enable use this bucket to host a website. So by default, they're saying that you can specify any default page by typing here, and they're just giving an example which is in grayed out, which is index.html. So as we all know that we have already developed, created two files, index.html and error.html. So I'm going to use those two same files, the default web page, index.html and error.html. Why this error.html? Because if your user find any of the web page which is not available in our bucket, he or she will automatically redirect it to this error.html web page, and whatever you mention in that HTML web page, that will be displayed over there. So let's go ahead and click on save, and also when it is ready, you have to follow this web page, this URL, in order to see your website. So just first I'll copy this URL here and click on save. Now as you can see, it's ticked here. That means web page is hosting. Web page is hosted. Now let's go back in a new tab and paste the same static website URL and hit enter, and you will see this web page is running. So successfully we have deployed a static website. And let's try a page which is not available over there, like anything. And if I try, the page you're looking for is not found. So they immediately redirected me to the error.html. So this is it. This is the guide that I have showed you, that how we can deploy our static website on S3 bucket. So thank you everyone. Thank you for watching this video. And if you want to see more of us, then please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye bye.